boys, moving along now. Let's talk a little Malik Willis. Am I the only one getting excited about Malik Willis hitting free agency? Like, I feel like I get a chance to root for another team on the side wherever he goes, man. Are y'all kind of getting the same vibe there too?
Yeah, depends on where he goes.
Well, let me correct that. If he goes to the Vikings, I hope he falls flat on his face, right?
There you go.
Yeah. If he ends up like in Miami or Pittsburgh or something like that, I'd be all about it. I'd be all about rooting for him. As long as it's at least every game other than the one that he played, obviously played the Packers in if they do cross paths. So this was an article written by Wendell Ferreira. You guys make sure you go. I want to put it up on the screen so you know where to find it on X. Heck of an article. I love some of the writing he does here. It's just been awesome. One of the things he said in this article was latest market update is music to the Packers' ears and exactly what their long-term roster plan needs. We're lacking draft picks. We talked about if Rasheed Walker and Malik Willis potentially get big deals in free agency, we might have 2 third-round picks in 2027 added to, depending on what offsets and what we spend in free agency is a really, really interesting dynamic. So Wendell Ferreira went on and wrote, the Green Bay Packers gave up only a 7th-round pick for 2 years of excellent backup quarterback play, Malik Willis. Now he's likely to leave Green Bay, but that doesn't mean the Packers won't get any top compensation. On the Rich Eisen show, NFL insider Ian Rappaport said he expects Malik Willis to get a significant contract in free agency, which could potentially put the Packers in position to receive a compensatory 3rd-round pick in 2027. He went on to share a tweet here where Ian was talking, and I think it was at the real reason is the name of the X account. It says Pelissero says Willis will get 20 to 30 million on the open market and not to Photoshop him in a Dolphins jersey just yet. Rappaport says it may be too hard for Willis to land in Miami because of his price tag. I really think people underestimated his value, as I've said all along. So again, we're sitting here talking 20 to 30 million. I mentioned, man, he's probably going to go to the Dolphins. These guys are saying, no, if this turns into a bidding war, the Dolphins won't be able to afford it. So what if Malik Willis ends up getting, will he get 40 million? Is that possible, Jacob? Do you think Malik Willis could get 40 million on the open market? 20 to 30, 20 million I'm on board with. I think he's shown enough. It's worth a gamble to go, let's make him our quarterback. A 4-year deal that's really a 2-year deal, right? And you can get out of it if you need to. But when you get to 30 million, it's like you're really banking on him being the guy. If you get upwards of 35 or 40 million, whoa. What do you think about that market value?
I mean, look, I'm happy for the kid for sure. If I'm putting myself into a GM spot, if it's me personally, I'm so cheap, I'm never going to do that deal. But if somebody's desperate and they think that really he is the key to unlocking maybe some sort of run, maybe, to unlock the kind of hidden weapon in the offense that finally makes all the puzzle pieces fit. I mean, we've seen what he can do on multiple different occasions, and it wasn't a flash in the pan. I think it was easy to maybe think that the first couple drives, then maybe even the first game, then like the first, couple games while the kid's getting lucky, and then you just see it consistently. It's with his legs, but not just with his legs. When he decided to drop back and have to make some pinpoint passes, I mean, he was humming that tater. I mean, and it looked effortless. It really did. It reminded me of, I hate even giving him any props, but like Cam Newton in his prime, when he could actually just tuck it and run, or he could actually kind of throw the thing on a rope. If the right team comes along and starts knocking, I don't know, I could see 35-ish, somewhere like that.
Yeah. Ron Sample says Miami's cutting all the players just trying to afford Willis. Obviously, they got rid of Cheetah, right, Emilio? Yep. So, is that what they're doing, you think? They think they're trying to free up as much space as they can to go get Malik Willis as their quarterback?
Yeah, I'll be honest. He probably could get 40. So, I mean, it's just because, you go see Sam Darnold went out and got paid, right? He had a good year. You saw enough from Malik that I think you could bet on him. And there's really not a lot in the quarterback class. It's not like you have a bunch. You got 1 or 2 up top, and then it just seems like it's not going to be one of those quarterback drafts where 6 are gone in the first round. So you got to take your chances. If you're a team that needs a quarterback, you got to be willing to pay for it. I mean, there's just kind of nothing else besides that. He's going to touch the ball every play. So I think that I'm excited for him. I hope he breaks the bank, to whoever team he goes to, because it's only going to help us a little bit. But yeah, Malik, he deserves it, man.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. Stand up, dude. And again, would you consider you're overpaying for Malik? Is he a great football player? If he plays like he did in Green Bay, yeah, I think that's great. I mean, he graded out as he had the top PFF grade amongst all quarterbacks. Now, granted, it wasn't a full season. It wasn't like 700 snaps or something like that, right? So you got to take that, for what it's worth. But it could crack 40, right? If there's less guaranteed. And really what we're talking about is you could get closer to 20 million if you almost fully guarantee the contract, right? Less guarantees, you get the average annual value blimping up. And obviously you're not guaranteed to get that money. It's exactly what it sounds like. But with more guaranteed money, that's where it's the cash over cap game, right? You're paying more cash for more cap space, essentially. So it's going to be interesting to see how it unfolds. The rest of the article goes on to say the quarterback market, when asked about if Malik Willis could follow John Eric Sullivan and Jeff Hafley to the Miami Dolphins, Rappaport said there's a financial component to the equation. Quote, can they afford Malik Willis is an interesting question, Rappaport said. Everyone in the world is saying, well, obviously he's going to go to Miami. It's the people who traded for him, and they know him well. I think Malik Willis is just going to have a really, really, really good market. When he played in some tough situation, he has been really impressive. Last offseason, the last player to generate a third-round compensatory pick was tackle Dan Moore Jr., who signed with the Tennessee Titans for $20.5 million a year. Aaron Banks, who signed with the Packers for $19.2 million a year, God, still stuff, is expected to generate a fourth to the San Francisco 49ers. Considering a cap inflation, Willis would have to sign a deal worth something around $22 million a year to put the Packers in position to get a third. Obviously, Green Bay couldn't sign an equivalent external free agent to secure the pick. So they can find a way to keep him under the cap, or so can they find a way to keep him under the cap? Rappaport question about the Dolphins. I don't know, because they're going to have competition. That's one thing that happens this time of year. It's like, okay, so he has a background here. He's obviously going here. When you actually look at the money, that would be tough for Miami to do. They could do it. They've got smart people, but it might be too big of a challenge. So it says beside the Dolphins, it's where it's going to hurt, boys. Besides the Dolphins, the Minnesota Vikings, Arizona Cardinals, Cleveland Browns, and New York Jets could all be on the quarterback market, and it's not a particularly enticing draft class at the position. So I think they've got one quarterback projected to go in the first round as it sits right now, last I checked, right? So when you truly look at that, you're talking about Dolphins, Vikings, Cardinals, Browns, Jets. A 5-team bidding war, that pretty much ensures me that he's going to get paid enough to warrant a third-round compensatory pick for the Packers if we don't go out and sign someone of equal value, right? That's going to offset that. But if he ends up in Minnesota, and again, KOC, similar system, similar lingo, similar terminology, Emilio, to what we do in Green Bay, Malik Willis should be able to seamlessly step right into that offense. And, oh, by the way, they've got a much more mobile element with a quarterback that was clocked at, I think, 19 or 20 mile an hour, Malik Willis, as opposed to J.J. McCarthy, who obviously crapped the bed last year. I hate the idea, Emilio, of him going to Minnesota, man.
I do too, but I mean, think about it. They let Sam Darnold slip through their hands, right? They had him, decided to move on from him. He gets 3 years, $100 million, so 33 average. And then you looking at the Jets last year, they signed Fields for 2 years, $40 million. He's getting over 20. He's got to be getting over 30. I mean, he's probably almost to that Sam Darnold level, but he didn't play as many snaps. But you have the experience. He's been on 2 teams. You've showed that he can handle it. He's got the composure. He can go out there cold and do that. I mean, he's got some skills. He's going to be 30 to 40 for sure. I mean, and good for him, right? I hope he breaks, 100. I hope he gets 110, 120 for 3 years and go do your thing. But it's the bidding war is going to be big, and you would think that the Vikings, if they're really done with McCarthy, would actually be. Probably, one of the tops on that list.
Yeah. And what Bates says here, Jacob, I didn't even think about it. This is why Bates is so great, man, in the comments. I can see the Cardinals going after him, especially because of the Matt LaFleur, Mike LaFleur connection. Mm-hmm. So Mike LaFleur, Matt's younger brother, Jacob looks like he's in witness protection. I'm kind of digging it too.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just in time for the Epstein files, right?
Yeah. Oh, boy.
You gotta get it ringletted.
Yeah, we're working on it.
But Jacob, that's a team. As long as they're not playing the Packers, I can root for Malik Willis with Mike LaFleur down there for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be a great spot for him too. It's just, what do they do with Kyler? That'd be hilarious.
Well, I think the rumor is Rod Emilio, they're going to trade him. It sounds like they're really open to trade him.
They're really trying to move on from him, yeah.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys this. Would you give up a 7th-round pick for Kyler Murray? Not at that cap hit. Something going to have to happen there, right? But
no.
Our offensive line isn't a wall enough to protect him. And he can't – you got to see over it. Got to open the gaps. I don't think we're open and throwing lanes for him.
I know you're not a hottest. You're not being a hottest in here, are you?
No, not at all. Let me ask you this question. Would you rather Malik Willis go to the Vikings or Rodgers go to the Vikings?
Oh
now?
God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Do we have to choose?
I would like an answer, but you don't have to if you don't want to.
Sounds like a congressional hearing.
I would like an answer.
I can answer. I ain't going to give you an answer. All right. Well,
at this point, I think it honestly would hurt me if Malik Willis went there, just because I know that's like it could be their future. You know what I mean? With Rodgers, you know, it's just like an old man just dragging his bones out there one last time.
I'll tell you, man, that's a great question. That's a fascinating question. If I had to choose which would I rather go to the Vikings, either Malik Willis or Aaron Rodgers? Man, my heart wants to say Malik Willis because I don't want Aaron to have the fan base hate him for a year, you know, and it kind of tarnish his legacy a little bit. But honestly, I think I'd rather have Aaron go there because how much gas does he actually have in the tank? And if Malik Willis is the player we thought, we're going to have to deal with him for the next 8 to 10 years, you know? So It's interesting. That's a fascinating question. I hate that you asked it. Sucks.
I'm sorry. You're right.
So anyway, it very
says he said I'd go with Malik. He said he doesn't want to stay on AR.
That's I think that's right. I think that's the tiebreaker for me, Bates. What about you, Jacob? If you had to choose, what, did you answer that question? Did you?
Yeah. I'd say I would rather Rodgers go because I don't want them to have Malik. Yeah, for the next foreseeable future.
Got it. All right.
CJ Rodgers
without Jared Love
Mike Berry doesn't even want to answer. That's the best answer right there.
He said, I plead the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. All right. If you guys are watching this back later, let us know what you think about Malik Willis, man. Where do you want to see him go? Do you think we'll get a 3rd-round compensatory pick for him? Do you think the market's going to be there? Will it be $20 million? Will it be $30 million? Will he crack $40 million? Let us know in the comments how you feel about it. Make sure you hit that like button for us. Hit subscribe. Click the bell icon. All right, Jim.